Welcome class, myself Pooja Verma, going to take my lecture on programming language C. This subject is divided in various modules like module 1, 2, 3 and 4. I divided the module number 1 in several parts such as part 1, 2, 3 and so on. Let's start with. Here I mentions all the topics which I covered at the end of this lecture. The topics are computer and its definitions, software and hardware, input and output devices, introduction of C like data types in C, constants, variable, keywords and in this slide, I covered the learning outcomes of this lecture such as why C language is important, history of the C language, what is the computer, what is the use of 0 and 1 in the computer system, role of the software and hardware, how to call a data types in C, what is the meaning of constant, variable and keywords, how to use the constant, variable and keywords in C. And at last of this lecture, we'll learn also how to execute a program in computer system. First of all, we have to know about the importance of C in this time when almost everything is seemed like embedded system, robotics and AI based system. There are various popular software on which we are dependent, but when we go through the background of that software, what we found? We found that there is use of C language such as Oracle software. This is a database software, but what? This is written in the C language. Similarly, core library of Android system is also written in C language. MySQL and every device driver is almost written in C language. Similarly, major portion of the browser to access the internet like Google Chrome's Mozilla, which we also used in this time almost for every internet work, is also written in the C language. And at last, the most important point is what? The first operating system, Unix operating system, is also developed in the C language. So we can say what? C is the most popular language. As per a student point of view, C is also very important language such as C is important to build the programming skill. C covers the basic feature of all programming language like Java, OOPS, Python and so on. Similarly, C is also very helpful for the student in the case of the recruitment process of various IT sector like TCS, Wipro and so on. Similarly, C is also helpful of those students who are who belongs to the mechanical department, electrical department. They can use this language to build the hardware dependent software. Now start the history of the C programming language. The author Martin Richard is the very first author who introduced a programming language known as the BCPL, and the full form of the BCPL is Basic Combined Programming Language, who introduced this programming language in 1966. This programming language is also generated with the help of several other programming languages. This is the very first programming languages, and further the author Ken Thompson, who inspired with the BCPL programming language and introduced another programming language known as the B language, and he introduced this programming language in year 1969. Basically, he introduced this programming language to develop an operating system known as the Unix operating system. And also, he developed a very first master level chess called the Belly in 1980. At last, author Dennis Ritchie came. He introduced a programming language which is known as the C language. But how he introduced this language? Actually, he want to enhance the operating system which is developed by the Ken Thompson known as the Unix operating system. For the enhancement of that operating system, he introduced a new language which is known as the C language. In 1972, he introduced this language at the laboratory of at AT&T's Belly Lab of USA. Basically, he also known as the co-developer of the Unix operating system. And current time, the Unix operating system which we used is also written in the C language. So we start from what is the computer. I ask to anybody about what is the computer, then maybe someone tell me that replied me that computer is an electronic device, computer is a device which provide us output in form of video, audio and so on, and it's take input, it's form anything, it can, we can use computer for the calculation purpose and so on, so many things there are. So exactly what is the computer, we can see one by one points. Like computer is an electronic device. Yeah, of course we know that computer is fully depends on the power. Next, takes the data from the takes data from the users, which is known as the input data, then process it. So why process it? Because user want some output from the computer, that means from the system, so that process it and gives the result to the user as in form of output. And the system can also store our results for the future use. So with the help of storage unit, a computer can store our data for the future reference. So now with compiling these 5 points, we can define that a computer is an electronic device that takes the input, process it and gives the output and store the result for the future scope using the memory units. So right now I'm going to show you some computer diagrams like this. Desktop is a computer device. Yes, of course, because it is an electronic device which takes the data from the user and form of input, process it and give us the output also. Similarly, laptop. Someone, according to the 90% people, only this is one is the computer. No, this is also a computer. This is just type of computer. These are the various category of the computer, because these all are follow the this definition. Electronic device takes the input, process it, gives the output and also can store the data. Thus, there are so many electronic devices which perform these all things. Like electrical engineering, calculators is also known as the computer, a form of computer. So there are many things, there are many electronic devices which is known as the computer devices, like laptop also, and similarly servers, and one of the most useful computer device is mobile phone. Mobile phone is also a type of electronic computer. Like this is also depends on the mobile charger, that means sorry electronics. Then it takes the input from the user, that means from us, and then means what, it also gives us the result. Like when we press on any app, then app will be open. When we want to listen something, then we play the music. We want to call, then we just play the phone and make the call to that particular person and then talk and so on. So these are what, these are basically these 5 points which are covered. So mobile phone is also a type of electronic device. Next, what is the 0 or 1? This is the most important question about 0 or 1 in case of any electronic devices, because when we are going to say that this device is an electronic device, that means that device can understand only data in form of 0 or 1. But what is exactly we gives to the gives instructions to the system? We give the instruction to the system in form of our language or any other language, like high level language, low level language and so on. But how exactly computer can understand what is the exactly user want? So here we need some kind of converter which takes the data from the user and convert it in form of 0 and 1, so that the computer device can understand exactly whatever the user want to do perform. Okay, so now just see this diagram, we can easily understand again what is the working of computer system and how it performs these several operations, like takes the data from the user and send it to the system. This part is basically the main system of computer, and then process it with the help of processing unit, and also when the result is generated, then it display to the user on the user screen. Okay, so mainly there are so many points. So whatever I told you, that there is nothing like 0 or 1 in computer. There is no physical significance of 0 and 1. Every information can be encoded in form of binary code, that means 0 and 1 form. Then this step is done by input device. What kind of step is done by an input device? The converting of the data given by the user into the 0 and 1. This is exactly done by with the help of input device. That means the data given by user, here a type of input device which receive that data, by which we can give the data to the processing unit. So during here in this step, our data will converted in form of 0 or 1. Okay, so this is exactly happened here. So next point, when our data will understand by the system, and system can perform the operation whatever the user wants. So what is the next happen with that data? The processing unit here generate the data in form of also 0 and 1 only. But are any user can understand about the 0 and 1 series? No. User can understand only in which form he gives the input to the system. So that only again we need to a type of converter here, and this converter is known as output device. That means converting the sequence of 0 and 1 to in particular format of the user with the help of output device. And further user can, here we can see that again this binary code will be coded in form of as the user provides the input. Okay, and then last important point is that the memory unit also store all the data in form of 0 and 1. Why? Because the system can send the data to the memory unit, and system generate data in which form? System processing unit generates the data in form of 0 and 1s only. So that only the memory unit can store the data in 0 and 1 forms. Now a question may be arise in your mind, how the data will be stored in 0 and 1 forms, then how can understand by processing units? Then of course it is understand by processing unit, because processing unit wants the data always in form of 0 and 1. This is the very useful for the processing unit to store the data in 0 and 1 forms. So there is none kind of the converter being used between a processing unit and memory unit, because the CPU, that CPU is also known as the processing unit, because CPU is the full form of the CPU is central processing unit. That means the main part of the computer device. So here the processing unit can directly interact with the memory unit, so that only processing unit also directly interact with the output devices and input devices also, but the role of input and output devices is the conversion of the data given by the user in form of 0 and 1. But here the conversation between the memory unit and this processing unit, there are none kind of the user interference, so that only there are none kind of the converter being used. Now comes again on the what is the file. File is nothing, just a data bundle. Like file is anything like images, songs, video, documents, etc. All are known as the file. Each file has various extensions such as what is the hardware? Mainly the physical appearance of any system is known as the hardware. That means the physical part of any system which is easily touched by any person, easily visible to any person is known as the hardware. Mainly the hardware is divided into the two parts, namely input device and output device. There are several other devices also like input and output device also. But we can go through only the input device and output device. What is the meaning of input device? As we already discussed in the previous slide that input device, the main work of input device is what? The conversion of the given data into the binary format. So we can say that an input device is a piece of computer hardware equipment which is used to provide the data and controls the signal to an information processing system. For example, keyboard. From the keyboard, when the user press any key, then the value of exactly pressed key will go to the CPU in form of 0 and 1. Then by help of 0-1 series, the CPU can understand exactly which button is pressed by the user. Similarly, in case of mouse, scanner, joysticks, then microphones, then digital camera and so on. Now go through the output device. As also previously I described that the output device is also used to convert the system generated information into the human readable form. Now we can say the convert the information which is received by where? Received by the system in which form? Into the human readable form. That means in which form? In that form in which the user provide the input to the system. There are so many way in which the system can provide the data as output: text, graphics, textile, audio and video also. There are so many output devices like monitor which give us the data in form of text and video also, plotter, speaker for in form of audio we use the speaker, video and so on. So go through the next point. Now we are going to start the basic concept of the C. We can learn how the C use the data, how the C can read the data from the user, in which form the C can understand the data from the given by the user. So go through the first point, this point. Now in this box exactly these values are representing that what kind of the information is read by the C. Like here the small a will be happened by mistakenly I wrote the capital A, but here will be the small a. Okay, so please correct it. There is small a, not capital A. Okay, and then okay, this is not visible here. Now I'm going to just check, change the capital A value by small a. Okay. This will be removed here because of the color edition, so no problem here. Now the next, what kind of the information read by the system? 0 to 9 value. Actually all the number are combination of the 0 and 1, so only here the computer mentions 0 and 1. That means any combination of the 0 and 1. And what other value read by the computer? Here the point 1 is braces, curly braces, colons, quotes, question marks, often, question marks, less than, greater than, plus, plus, star, and percentile, that means remainder, hyphen, then minus, underscore, close bracket, curly braces, and so on. These are the symbols which is exactly read by the computer, and based on the all this symbol, actually the name provided these symbols are categorized in three forms: constant, variable, and keywords, and these are known as the identifier in case of C. And based on these identifiers, there are several instructions will be given to the system, and these instructions are maybe data type declaration for the variable by using variable a, b, c, d, and so on. For what purpose we are going to declare the data types like integer, char, strings, float, double, and so on. Next, input output instructions, that means by which instructions the system can understand I need to take the input from the user, I need to give to the output to the user, and so on. Arithmetic instruction, for this instruction the computer can perform any kind of the arithmetic operation. Control instructions, by controlling of each instruction, like at the same time the user continuously given the instruction order and order to the computer system, then all the request, all the order will be managed with the help of the computer instructions. And finally the program will be created, and this program will be run with the help of run command. So now go through the y111 point identifier, constants, variable, keyword. So go through the point constant. What is the constant? If we see the first box in the previous slide, so what we saw the any combination of capital A to capital Z, any combination of small a to small z, any combination of 0 to 9, and all the special symbols. So that means what? We have any other option to give the input data? No. The combination of all that symbols, we can provide the data to the computer system. So that only we can say that all the information given to the system is known as the constant in general. Next, the data equal to information equal to constant. That means the data given by the user is known as the information given by the user, and in computer language we can say these all are the constant. So there are basically these constant value are categorized in two parts: primary and secondary. So what comes under the primary and secondary, we can see with the help of below diagram. In case of primary, first we categorize point integer like in numbers 0 and 1s and so on, real number, then characters. In the case of secondary, the first constant is known as array, string, pointer, union, structure. Basically these are constants is made up with the help of primary constant. So go through the second part, go through the first part of constant name integer. So what is the integer? Integer is nothing, a number without a decimal point. Without a decimal point means what? Without a decimal. Without a decimal like 14.5. So what is not will be here? 0.5. It will be read only 14. That means the data will be entered into the system in form of only integer format, not in decimal format. So next point, so how the computer understand the given data is integer, like someone told us just write the 14.5, someone told us just write the 14. So how the computer can understand the use from the user I need to 14.5, 14, either some other data and so on. So that only the computer must be have a type declaration, that means integer data declaration, and so that there are so many other type of data declaration being also used. So now go through only the integer parts here. So integer is a with number without a decimal point like 55, 98, 10,000 and so on. These are what? These are the integer. 0 is also known as the integer. And next most important point is what? The -8999. This is also known as the integer. Either it used signed or unsigned, because the integer is a combination of the signed and unsigned data. This data from the 55 to 00 is known as the unsigned integer. But this value -89999, that means 89,999 minus this value is known as also an integer. But if we write 25.3 or -6.0, 0.0 is also not considered here, because we use what right here, because we write decimal point is here. So this value is also not read as a integer via computer. Computer cannot understand whatever the user exactly want. In general human being can read -6.0 as a -6, but computer cannot read -6.0 as a -6 only. Okay, so this is the most important point. In some competition exam, the questionnaire will be set based on these conceptual logic also. So -25.78 is also not an integer. So now I represent you that this, and then also the 6.0 is also not an integer, because of what? There is a use of a decimal point. And don't be think that 6.0 is equal to 6. This is happen only in normal life, in mathematical format, but not in a computer system. So now we represent that what information are given by us is integer and what will be not a type of integer. So now go through the second type of category of a primary constant. So what is a real number? Any number with the decimal point is known as the real number. With the decimal point means what? Either it is right -6.0 plus 6.0 or 6.0. These all are known as the real number. So we can easily understand, as we also learned more about the integer. So now if write the 55.0, then this is known as what? This is known as the real number, because here use a decimal point. Similarly 98.89 minus 0.24, there is no means that the before the decimal point there must be a number. No, 0 is also a number itself. Okay, so now go through the 9.99 minus 6.0 and so on. These are not a real number. If you have any query, then please listen my lectures carefully. Hope you will resolve your query. If you not resolve your query, then please ask me in comment box what you have problem, what you faced problem during the declaration and so on. Okay, so now go through the example which is not a real number. Like if you write 23, so 23 is not a real number, because of the most important point is what? Because here point value is not used. And if you use the point value, either we write 0, either we write the combination from the 0 to 1 and 0 to 9 and so on. These are also known as the real number, but there must be a decimal point being used in case of real number. So if write 00, then 00 means what? Computer read it what? Read it only 00. That means the computer can read this 0 value as also a positive number. This is the one of the most important example. So that only I used here that particular example by which we can learn more and more things. So now go through the 06. 06 is what? Only integer format. There are none kind of the decimal point is present as per the definition point of view. So these example are not a type of real number. You can say here, okay. Comes to the point character. In the case of the character, we can say the any singles written in a single quotes is known as a character. First of all, we have to concentrate on the point 2. Point 1 is single symbol. Point second, single quotes. Like quotes A, then quotes 2. So there is nothing like we only write in the single quotes only alphabets. We can also write the numbers also. Fine. Like operators also. These are, if we look here, these are all are of written in a single quotes only. So these are a valid character types, like quotes, single quotes of A, single quotes 2, single quotes plus, single quotes G, single quotes of space. If we look at here, then what we found? Here we found that the quotes, then space, blank space, and then quotes. So this is also a valid character, because here the character is known as the space. Okay. So what is not comes under the character, we can also see there are several examples, like single quotes 23. So the computer is never read it like 23. Computer read 2 and 3. So 2 and 3 means what? There are two symbols. 2 is one symbol and 3 is one symbol. So this is not considered as a character. Similarly, if we write 0 and 6, so don't we think in general we say 06 is equal to the 6, so this is a single character. No, this is not a single symbol. In case of computer, 0 is also a character and 6 is also a character. So in this case, computer can read it 06. That means two symbols in a single quotes. So according to the definition of the character, there is not a single symbol contained by a single quotes. Like hi, we say hi, but computer read it what? Read H and I. So there again there are two symbols. Similarly, there are 3.4. So what is happened here? There are three symbols written in a single quotes. 3.4. 3 is one symbol, point is another symbol, 4 is another symbol. Similarly, -3. Minus is used as a signed symbol, but this is also a type of symbol. So minus is also calculated as a symbol. Don't you think that minus is represent only the negative points? No. Here minus is represented as a single symbol written in a quotes. And 3 again. So total how many symbols written in a quotes? 2. So these points are not a valid character. So we can say according to the definition, these are not a valid character. Here some contain 2 point symbols and some contain 3. Like similarly, if I write hello, whole word like hello, here also a word. Each a word. What is the meaning of word? Meaning is the word is a type of collection of various alphabet, various symbols. So here hello, HELLO, that means total how many symbols? Total 5 symbols. Similarly graph, GRAPH, total how many symbols? Total 5 symbols. So this is also not a valid character because it contains 5 symbols. Now comes on the second point used by the computer system, used by this programming language C, variables. What is the variables and how it is used by the C? We can see in the next slide. Variable. So all the written programs consume memory space in the RAM. Yes, whatever we write in our system, each and everything takes some memory space in our computer system, either in RAM, either in ROM also. But generally it takes the space in a RAM because this is known as the primary memory. Okay, and because it is fastest memory, so computer is always want to save their data in that space from where it can access the data very fast and accurate. So again, with the help of the instruction given by the user will execute. That means what? The written program, the written content will execute with the help of some instructions. By the instructions, CPU can understand user want the data, user read the data, user want to write this data on the monitor, on the display device, and so on. So there are various type of instruction given by the users, and accordingly the CPU will perform that operation. So have a look on this diagram. Here by this diagram we can understand what is happen under the RAM. This is a layout of the RAM. So what is happening here? The data will be same in RAM, like we said A variable, B variable, and sum. So these are what? These values are take some memory space in the RAM in form of data, and these are the instruction sent, that means given by the user. The instruction sends come from the user and go to the data stored in the RAM, and from here accordingly the instructions, the data will be retrieved by the CPU. So what we can say, the each data has been stored in the memory location. We need the variables declaration to get or call a data from the memory. This is an important point, why we write A, B, sum, and so on. So like if we want to post any letter, if we want to post any order and so on, so we need a what? We need a particular address, otherwise the delivery boy will be confused to where deliver this these things. So similarly here also, if we want to give something, then we have a correct accurate address from where we can access our data, from to where we can save our data. So that's why we need a variable declaration to get or call the data from the memory. Like we want to add any two numbers, so we want to store the and also want to store our data in a sum variables. So what is the question? Add any two numbers and want to store the data result in a sum variables. So what is happening here? For the two numbers accessing from the user, we need a two variables in which the two value will be stored. Like we want to 2 plus 3. So what is happening here? We store 2 value into A and 3 into the B. So first of all, a type of question will be arise in your mind. So why we take A, B? Because sometime maybe user enter the 2 and 3. Maybe sometime user enter the 5 and 6. Maybe 500 plus 100. So what is happening here? How can the computer can understand the exact what the information right now entered by the user? Like sometime he entered 2 and 3, sometime again he entered 100 and 400. So how the CPU is decided which value will be accepted by me? 2 or 3, 100, 400, out of 4 value, which there are so many possibility to access the data. So for that confusion, to remove that things, we need the variable declaration. Here we take the two variables, first variable to store the first number, second variable to store the second number, and similarly we also declare a variable sum in which we can store our resultant data, that means A plus B. So this is a variable and how the variables work in the computer. And so go through the rule to declare the variable. Why I go through the rule to declare the variable? Because I already told you that before calling anything, we need a variable declaration for the like a particular address to post anything. So first point, a name is given to a memory location. The next, the declaration by writing type variable underscore name. This is nothing. Don't think that we must be write the underscore and thing. Nothing. Type means the data types, integer, character, float, and how many types, which type we want data. We want the variable, like user want to enter 2 plus 3, 2.3. So which kind of the information I need? I need float kind of information, because in case of float we can define the decimal point. If I want to enter only character, so what kind of the types declaration I used? Char, because by help of the char I can define the character. So variable type is used for only the declaration of the type of variable, and then variable underscore name, that means the name. Like you want to declare a variable into the A, variable B, C, sum, D, E, F, whatever you want, you can write here. You can also write, don't we think that we can only define the variable name by a single alphabet. No, I can also define like int AB. AB means what? Right now, if we don't present here any kind of the space between the two symbols, then AB is read as a single variable name. AB. AB is known as a single variable name. If I write int A, comma B, that means what? There are two types of the integer variable. Okay. With the help of example, we can easily understand. First of all, we go through all the rules and then go through the type declaration example. So initialization and declaration. If we want, like we want declare some variable and also want to store some initial value. So what kind of the syntax being used? The type variable name equal to value. That equal to value is what? The value which you want to initialize into that particular variable. So again, can contain the alphabets, digits and underscore also. Underscore digit and underscore means what? Like I want integer a underscore 9. So right now a underscore 9 is known as a variable which is type of integer. Can start with the alphabet and underscore only, not start with the digit. So here both points are defined, that means can and cannot. This is an important point, so please guys go through this point and note it in your mind. So no white space and integer keyword is allowed to variable name. Why the no white space? Like I write a space b and somewhere I also define a comma b. So what is confusion here? Either user confused that the my value is stored into the AB or A comma B and so on. So this is the most important point. There is no space between the variables name. White space only. If we declare the by comma, then these two symbols are known as the two variables name. Reserved keyword. Why this is used that no reserved keyword is allowed for the variable name? Yes, of course, because the keyword means what? Keyword is in the case of the C, in the case of this programming language, is not only in this programming language, in also other case, other programming language, the keyword is known as the predefined name of any function, name of any variable. We can say the keyword is a type of variable which meaning is predefined. When I define something, predefine something, so we can't change that meaning. Like if I say that a is used only for take the integer predefined, and then you just say no, I don't use the a for the integer, I want to a type of float. So that is not possible because I am the authority, I am the giving to you instructions. So similarly here the C programming language is also built, and here in the during the building of the C programming language, it is predefined what is the use of for, what is the use of integer and so on. There are so many keywords which meaning is predefined and we have to go according to that definition and so on. So let's take some examples like int a semicolon. This don't be confused like why we use the semicolon, why we use this. This is nothing. This are the writing style of the syntax of writing style of the variable. So what is the type? Int, that means what? Type. A type of integer. A means what? Variable underscore name. So just look at here. Type, yes, int, then variable underscore name. So variable underscore name, we here use what? A. And then again semicolon. So according to the first syntax, this is valid. Then again integer, int cd semicolon. Yes, of course, I also defined that. Don't be think that single alphabet is used for the type declaration of variable declaration. No, we can use double and triple, 4 and 5, so many alphabets, but without any comma, without any white space. If it is writing in continuous manner, then whole thing is known as a single variable. That means like a, cd is also a type of variable. Then again int p9, it is valid or not? This is a valid because of p9 according to the point of can contain the alphabet, digit and underscore. So here what is used? Alphabet and digit. So this is also a valid declaration of variable. Now again go through the int a equal to 4. So what is used here? Here I used a integer type a variable and initialized the value of age 4. So these are a valid in declare variable. And again I write int 9d semicolon. According to the semicolon, good. Okay, 9d. When we read the 9d, then where we have to be considered? Cannot. What is cannot? Cannot start with the digit. But I write my variable with starting digit 9. So this is not a valid. Similarly, I write the char type of variable name and char type declaration of data types, and the variable name is 89a. So what is happening here? 89a, is this valid? No, because of the rule number base cannot start with a digit. So this is also not a valid type declaration of a variable. So now go through the last point, keyword. What is the, as I already told you that keyword is nothing. Keyword is a predefined words which are used in a C language, and it can be, you can see also that are reserved word. So which these words cannot be used by the computer, by the users to define another things. Like there are total 32 keywords used in C language, and must be concentrated on one point, that C is a case sensitive, right? That means if I use small a uto, that means this is a format of C language. This is a what? This is a case sensitive. If we write in a small letter, that means this is a small letter only. We have to write in, I want to use this keyword, then we must be enter this alphabets in a small caps, like break, case, char, continue, and so many things. So if we count it, then we get total 32 keywords, in which there are so many important points, so many important keywords which we must be used in our normal programming language. First of all, if, else, I just circle it which are the important and not, char, continue, while. These are important points, important keywords which don't be confused, that don't be hesitate that how we can learn these 32 keywords and its uses. Don't be panic and don't be get any kind of stress, because in your life when you are going to writing your program, and then you can go through used to with these keywords. These keyword, 90% keywords being used in your normal program. So don't be confused guys, and don't be take any kind of the stress and panic and so on. So please don't be confused and don't be panic. You will see in your programming structure that how you use the structure, signed, unsigned, union, size of, type depth. 90% of the keyword we use in our programming language. So this is our last slide. So guys, if you have, so I also here mentioned that C is a case sensitive. Case sensitive means what? If I write in capital letter, then meaning of if is changed. Like if, this is a keyword, but if write capital I, capital F, that means this is not keyword. This is will be a type of variable. If we can define the type of variable by I, capital N, I, F. So there are none kind of the error will comes, because this is not matched with the if. Don't we go through the word pronunciation, go through the word writing style, format, case sensitive, like uppercase, lowercase, and so on. So if the whole thing is matched, then this will be not declared as a variable name. So at last, thank you class very much, and if you have any kind of the question, then please put your question in the comment box. I will be explain that question and be happy to clear your doubts and so many things. So have a good day class. Bye.